Hey everyone. So today we'll be talking about OLTP versus OLAP, that is online transaction processing versus online analytical processing. That's what we'll be talking about. But in order to understand, let's say first of all, the OLTP application, you need to aware about what is a transactional data. Now let's say we talk about transactional data first of all. Let's say there is an application is there and there a lot many users are connecting to this application, and let's understand this is an e-commerce based application. Now lot many operations are happening, right? Because users are purchasing the product, so those information being recorded inside a database, right? That's how it is happening, right? So it handles a day-to-day operation that is called as the transactional data. Like for example, your e-commerce system uses this OLTP, right, where it handles day-to-day operation, where you use, let's say, a SQL database where a lot of users are connecting to e-commerce based application and putting the data inside the SQL database. So very important point over here, it handles day-to-day operation. But this OLTP data is not sufficient for, let's say, business insight, because there could be an empty row. Let's say customer didn't provide his last name now, or he didn't provide few details. So this transactional data is not a clean data, we say. This is actually not cannot be used for analytical purpose to have a business insight on it, right? Now, if you want to have an insight about data so that you can predict how the business will go in future, you want to predict the business insight, you need to use something called as OLAP, that is online analytical processing. Now, OLAP is actually a technology that enables to do the analysis of data. That means this type of data is actually a bit cleaned, I would say, right? So it handles the historical data. Although the data is coming from the transactional data only, right? So let's say we have OLTP, that is nothing but, let's say, our SQL database, and we want to transfer our data to OLAP systems, let's say data warehouse. So we use a process called as ETL or ELT, extract, transform, load, or extract, load, transform. That is very important. So in order to transfer our data from OLTP systems to OLAP is actually nothing but ETL and ELT process that a data engineer follows. Now we'll be creating the further services, but it is very important as what type of data we are handling, right? So transactional data, day-to-day data is there, and your OLAP data is actually nothing but the historical data so that we can predict our business insight. So I hope this part is clear. Thank you, everyone.